Good morning, my people. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to a new psychic tarot reading, live psychic tarot reading on Ice Spice. I don't know if you've heard of Ice Spice, but she is a new female rapper in the rap music hip hop industry. She's a Gen Z rapper. She's very popular with the Gen Zs. Um, so there's that. I like her hair. I don't know her music per se, but I have seen an interview with her, and she seems really cool. She seems really chill. So something told me this morning. You guys know I always wake up early. Something told me this morning to wake up and do a reading on Ice Spice. I felt like going live. I didn't know what I wanted to talk about. There was a couple topics. The Oscars happened last night. There was a couple other things that I had on my list, but then Ice Spice suddenly, Spirit was like, push her up on the list. And then I was like, why don't I just do a reading on her by herself? So here I am to do a reading on Ice Spice. So sit back, relax, grab a snack, whatever it is you want to do. It is early in the morning here, so I figured I'd come on before I start my day. So, if you would like a personal reading from me, I am Lamarr Townsend. If you're new to my channel, I'm a psychic, an energy channeler, a tarot reader, and an astrologer. And I would love if you would, first of all, like, share, and subscribe. And if you would like a personal reading from me, then definitely check out my website, lamarrtownsendtarot.com. This is my website. So, once you've reached this page, you know you are on the correct page. You can scroll down, all right, and read reviews from people who have purchased readings from me. And you can also follow me down here on Instagram and Facebook where I do mini readings. Also, I do them on TikTok as well. Also on YouTube, so check out the short section on my page. But also, if you would like your own personal reading, check out the store section of my website. This is where you can view all the rates, services, products, classes, candles, and different types of things I do offer. I do offer email readings. I offer phone readings. But I'll offer hour phone readings, 30-minute phone readings, and 15-minute phone readings. I also do offer video recorded readings where you send your questions and I record myself doing your reading on my own time. And then I email you the reading to download and keep within typically 1 to 4 days or less. It's been like that lately. I also do offer birth chart readings, compatibility birth chart readings, and individual birth chart readings. We're actually going to do a birth chart reading on Ice Spice today. And what else? I also offer candles. I offer classes, tarot classes, astrology classes, spiritual self development classes. I also offer past life readings if you want to learn about your past lives. I also offer mediumship readings if you want to connect directly to the spiritual realm. I also do offer custom candles, as well as dream interpretation readings too. So if you'd be interested in any of those things, let's just go ahead and pull up her information. Then definitely check out my website. And while we're at it, let's pull up her picture so we can have that situated. I'm gonna kind of make it smaller just so I can make sure that we don't have any issues with it covering the screen. So actually, let me see really quickly on my own phone and see if that's good. Hi to the 16 people in the room. Oh, good. Perfect, actually. So the picture's the perfect size. We'll leave that there. And we will return, honey. Hi. Okay, I was like, I see comments on my phone, but I don't see them on the screen. Did I do something wrong? Hi, Whitney. Yes, I finally caught you live. Rich Rising, hun. Grand Rising, darling. Yes, let's get into it because the stars don't lie, baby. Period, Whitney. Actually, before I get into the reading, I want to tell you guys a funny story last night that happened. All right, hold on. It's early in the morning. I need to grease my lips. Don't judge me. All right. Last night I went to the movie theater by myself and it was a late showing. I went to go see Scream 6 for the third time. All right, don't judge me. And I was sitting down. I was ordering my food cuz it's one of those theaters. And I think I ordered mozzarella sticks and a beer. I was chilling. I might have smoked a little bit of something earlier, but that plays a role in this. I'm sitting down. It's dark in the theater. All of a sudden, someone comes up to me and is like, "Excuse me, are you Lamarr Townsend?" I was like, as I'm writing down my order, I was like, "Yeah, that's me." And she was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I love your videos. You know, your videos have helped me a lot. You know, struggle with depression, and you know, I watch your videos all the time. Like, it's so cool to meet you." I was like, "How did you know it was me?" She was like, she looked at me. She was like, "I watch your videos all the time." I was like, "Oh, well, it was nice to meet you." I was like, "Enjoy the movie. It's good. I've seen it twice already." So I thought that was really funny that, you know, someone recognized me in a dark theater. You never know who's watching. Mama, I made it, right, Whitney? Hi, Renee. Thank you for being here. You the truth, Lamar. Real recognize real. Yes, Whitney. Thank you so much. Yes, I thought that was cool. But anyways, because I haven't been recognized in public in a while. You know, sometimes I feel like people recognize me, but they don't say anything, which is cool too. But I'm nice. I don't bite. All right. So if you see me, say hi. All right, so let's get into this reading. We have a lot to get through with Ice Spice. I don't know if you all are fans. If you all are fans, comment in the comment section, honey. I just took my allergy medicine, so I'm hoping that you know my eyes stop watering in a bit. But if you guys are fans of Ice Spice, let me know in the chat. Let me know in the comment section. I once again have not listened to her music, so I can't say I'm a fan or not of her music. But I like her personality. She seems chill. I've seen a few interviews of her, so I kind of just want to see. You know, also there's something about her where I guess Nicki Minaj recently followed her and shouted her out, so she's kind of excited about that. I guess she's a Nicki fan. You know, but Nicki is often touted as the number one in the game, and she's been that way for a while. So my question is she the new Nicki? Now, no one can replace Nicki, but you know how the rap music industry is when it comes to female rappers. There can only be one. Why that is, I don't know. Anyways, let's get into the reading. Let's channel some energy first. Let's channel some energy today, child. All right, and then we'll get to the astrology birth chart reading, and then we'll get to the cards. Thank you, Spirit, for opening up a channel so that I can connect with the energy of Ice Spice and the trajectory of her career, the trajectory of her success. What can you tell us, Spirit, about Ice Spice? Thank you for providing clarity and insight. In the name of the Mother, the Daughter, the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Ghost. Amen, amen, amen. Make sure you all like the video. Thank you all for being here. Let's see what I pick up on Ice Spice. Spirit, what can you show me about Ice Spice? The first thing I see is her wearing earrings. It looks like she's wearing like yellow earrings or earrings with yellow balls. Feels like she has on a lot of jewelry, and I heard drip drip. So I don't know if this is a music video. I don't know if this is some sort of promotion or um, I don't know what it's called when artists collaborate with like other brands and stuff like that. But like one of those things, or like I don't know if this is a new song, but I hear drip drip, and she's wearing a lot of jewelry. There's something about earrings in particular. Um, I don't know why I see her drinking something, so I don't know. I feel like she definitely could be a brand artist, kind of in the vein, and probably a lot more maybe talented, in at least in the vein of writing, singing, whatever it is that Ice Spice does with rap. You know, but it kind of gives me the energy of what's her name, Sweetie. You know how Sweetie, you know, is, you know, very much, you know, she's a branded artist. Like she's a brand artist. You know, she gets all the brands, you know, she, you know, seems to, you know, be very popular with the brands, but not, you know, necessarily popular with her music. I'm not saying that's how Ice Spice's trajectory will be, but I definitely see her being a branded artist. I don't know why I see something about like Ice Spice could get into maybe like acting. So acting, I don't know if acting is always something she's wanted to do. Like I hear theater. I think I've heard her mention that before. Have I heard her mention she's a theater kid or something like that? Um, I see her also doing something about a YouTube video. I feel like this could be a workout video or a video where she talks about her diet or something like that. But I feel like it deals with brands, it deals with marketing. Like she's going to be one of those like well marketed artists. Um, to the point where maybe the music could take a backseat at some point. I'm not saying she totally stops music, but maybe there's less passion in the music. I don't know why I see like the second album, like something about her second album. So I don't know if she's on her first album or if she's released an album yet, but there could be something about her sophomore album or after that sophomore album where like the music may start to take a little bit of a backseat. Like she almost may get too comfortable, to be honest with you. I feel like she could get a lot of praise, a lot of accolades. I don't know why I feel like I see something with her and cherries. Um, I do. I mean, she's kind of pretty much over sexualized now here. But I feel like it's going to become even more so, which is kind of like a staple thing as well in the female rap music industry. Maybe we could credit that to Lil Kim or Foxy Brown, Nicki Minaj, whoever it is you think is the OG. Um, but there's something where she's a bit of a rebel, so she could take it too far, but at the same time, she's also someone Ice Spice where when she gets backlash, it makes her do more of what is causing her to get backlash in the first place. So I feel like that's part of her charm, quote unquote. But I feel like that's a very Gen Z kind of thing or way of approaching like situations. I do feel like she could get into certain beefs with other. I don't know if I want to say females, definitely, or other female artists. But I feel like her and Nicki could have like a pretty strong, maybe working relationship or bond of some sort. But I also feel like there could be strings pulled allegedly with that sort of situation. It could definitely be maybe Nikki knows a lot of her people, kind of thing. Um, but it also could be to get back at other female rappers too. Like almost like I don't want to say Nikki could be like using her fully, but there definitely could be something like I'm going to use this situation to my advantage. I feel like there could be talks about colorism with Ice Spice if there's not already those talks. I hear Drake, so I think I think she had something with Drake, or there were rumors of her and Drake. I feel like maybe rumors could show up again about her and Drake. But I feel like there's something with her and other male rappers or other males in general where she kind of like I don't know why I hear a sneaky link. So she may like I'll say it this way: Ice Spice may like to have her cake and eat it too. Read between the lines with that. All right. Um, I'm also wondering if Ice Spice goes both ways. All right, that's a possibility. Or she likes to dibble and dabble, kind of thing. I see her having a like kind of prominent collaboration with another female rapper though. I feel like this other female rapper could be darker skinned. Almost like it kind of reminds me of Lil Kim. But like Lil Kim with the blue hair and that I think it's the Crush on You video from like back in the day. All right, let's just kind of wrap this portion up, and then we'll get to the chart reading on Ice Spice. What lasting messages do you have about Ice Spice Spirit? I feel like there's definitely a showering of abundance on Ice Spice. So this is her time period, but everyone has a time limit, and everyone has to pay their dues to keep the abundance flowing. Because the way Spirit shows me is I see Ice Spice. She's facing away from me, but I see the back of her head, like her curly red fro. Um, her little Annie fro, and there's like a shower head above her, and it's raining down. It looks like gold water. All right, or water, whatever it signifies abundance to me. The way Spirit is showing me, but eventually, like the water turns off, and it's like, okay, well, what do you do? What are you gonna do to keep the water flowing? What are you gonna do to keep the abundance going? So we'll end that there. Let's go ahead and get into her chart reading. Let's look at the comments. Her aesthetic gives Pisces, but I don't know. I'm curious to look at the chart. Yes, not lyrically talented to me, but she got a look and she can be branded exactly. Hi, Agua de la Noche. Hi, De Novo. Thank you for being here. The real see the toxic childish patterns exactly. All right, so let's get into Ice Spice's natal chart. So, Ice Spice was born on January 1st, 2000, so she's a Capricorn like me, yes. All right, so she's born January 1, 2000. Those some interesting numbers right there, right off the bat. 112, 000. So there's definitely a lot of past life energy here with all those zeros in her chart or in her birth date. All right, so she was born January 1st, 2000. Where was she born? It says she was born in the Bronx, New York. All right. All right, so there we go. We got her chart right up. So yes, oops. Let me make sure I put the E on the end there. Anyways, so yes. So all this is correct. She was born on, once again, January 1st, 2000 in the Bronx. So this is Ice Spice's natal chart. We don't know the time she was born. That, can be difficult to find. So we'll just set the time for 12 noon, which is right in the middle of the day on the day that she was born. So when we do a transit for her moon sign, we can go 12 hours ahead, 12 hours back. All right. So this is Ice Spice's natal chart based on the month, day, year, as well as the place she was born. All right, let's just dive right into it. Like I said, she is a sun in Capricorn. So her sun is in Capricorn. The sun does deal with one's purpose in life, one sense of creativity, one sense of self-expression. So this definitely explains her chill demeanor and her kind of chill way of being, her kind of self-controlled way of being. It's that Capricorn energy she has with her sun in Capricorn here. The sun does deal with also one's approach to romance. Interesting. So, the sun also does deal with one's confidence, one's ego. So she's kind of one of those like silent, but like confident, but it's like a confident, like it's a silent confidence kind of thing. Like I said, Capricorn deals with self-control. It's ruled by Saturn. So Capricorn and Saturn deals with self-control. It deals with self-restriction. It does deal with one's career, one's professional destiny, one's status in society. So this also explains her hard work ethic. And she's definitely someone that, is dedicated to her career in some way, shape, or form. Sun in Capricorn, Saturn also does rule the father side of the family. So her father could also be very, very influential, or her father's side of the family could be very influential as well. I think she's Dominican and African or African American. I don't know, but it is what it is. So her Mercury's in Capricorn. Mercury does deal with communication, intellect, and mind. It also does deal with one's connection to their childhood. or their upbringing, as well as their connection to their siblings, aunts, uncles, blah, 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 blah. This also could deal with local travel. So with this, Mercury in her Capricorn, conjunct Capricorn in her Sun, this definitely shows me that she probably started gaining notoriety locally. All right. There also could have been some heavy hitters that she connected with locally early on in her career because Capricorn deals with long term. Capricorn can be like long money, things of that nature. So, just some caveats there. She also could have had connections maybe through the father in some way, shape, or form. I'd be interested to know what her father does in terms of his career. She does have Lilith in Sagittarius. That's that rebel I was speaking about when I was channeling earlier. Lilith is the shadow side of one's personality. Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter does deal with one's sense of open mindedness, one's sense of rebellion, one's need for freedom. It also does deal with sometimes, especially with Lilith in Sagittarius, it can deal with the lack of seriousness, which was also something I picked up on. What did I say when I was channeling? I mentioned something about how she like has a very Gen Z approach, where like Gen Z has this way, and I think she's Gen Z. Where's her Pluto? Let's see where her Pluto is. Her Pluto's in Sagittarius, so she is Gen Z. Gen Z has this way about them where when they get back, and I'm not saying all Gen Zers are like this, but they have a way where when they get backlash, they like to rebel. That's that Sagittarius energy that they have. They're the Pluto in Sagittarius generation. So when they get backlash, they like to rebel and do more of what's causing them backlash. Ice Spice definitely has that energy in her chart, period. Lilith in Sagittarius also shows an energy of carelessness, recklessness, so she does have this energy in her chart, or she does have this, possibility to her. It also can be someone who's very mouthy, very blunt, very straight to the point, no filter, so this could come maybe through in her music, maybe a diss track or something like that, but she does have to watch her mouth with Lilith and Sagittarius, all right? All right, so this is also conjunct her midpoint, which is between her sun and her moon. Her sun is in Capricorn. Where's her moon? Her moon is in Scorpio. Interesting. So she definitely can be someone that actually can be very intense. She's actually someone that's very intuitive as well, especially with that moon in Scorpio. The moon does deal with one's sense of, or one's need for emotional security. It also is how one expresses their emotions, how one emotionally reacts to situations. The moon is, like I said, what one needs to feel emotionally secure and safe. It also is one's relationship to their family, their home, and their mother in particular. So with the moon in Scorpio, there definitely could be some. I don't know if I want to say trauma, but there could be some triggers with her when it comes to her emotions, but also specifically when it comes to her family and maybe her mother in particular. So I'd actually be interested to know what her relationship is with her mother, with her moon in Scorpio. I would reckon that it's not perfect. All right, there's definitely probably some stuff there. All right, or with family in general. Emotionally, she can be someone, like I said, that can be very intense. Pluto deals with transformation, evolution, growth. Pluto deals with death. Pluto can deal with obsessiveness. Pluto deals with how you deal with these sort of situations. So she actually can be very emotionally obsessive to a degree. She can also be someone that can maybe be emotionally toxic, emotionally destructive. That can be Pluto as well. Pluto deals with destruction. Pluto or Scorpio is also co-ruled by Mars though. So Scorpio has that Pluto effect and that Mars effect. Mars is associated with aggression, so she definitely can be someone that can be emotionally explosive or emotionally vindictive with that Pluto accent here in the moon. All right. But Mars, going back to Mars, Mars also does deal with how one expresses their raw energy. Mars is also how one goes about getting what they want in life. So she also could have a side to her where she's definitely the type of person where, she'll say nothing is wrong, but you can tell something is wrong, all right? Or she'll say, "Oh, no, it's all good," but you can tell there's more to the story, all right? So she's definitely someone where you have to read between the lines with her. Got to read between the lines. I was listening to that song by Aaliyah a couple days ago. I was jamming to that song. Aaliyah made some timeless music with that last album, child. Anyways, so Ice Spice's Venus is in Sagittarius, so that explains what I was talking about earlier where I was saying she likes her cake. She likes to have her cake and eat it too. I'm not saying she likes to get around, but I'm just saying she most likely likes to have her fun. Venus and Sagittarius people are the types of people that don't settle down easily. They like their freedom. They like to mix and mingle with this crowd, that crowd. They like to come and go as they please in relationships, whether it be friendships or otherwise. But maybe if she found someone that she meshed well with, and was able to settle down with, she might settle down. They probably have to have a lot of fire energy with them and their own thing going on. Her Venus is also conjunct her Pluto in Sagittarius, so she probably will end up with someone who's a fellow Gen Z person. This is also conjunct her Chiron in Sagittarius. Chiron is the wounded healer. It's how one overcomes their wounds. It's also how they are able to heal others. So, luckily she doesn't have this retrograde, but she can still be like I definitely see her potentially being someone that like has the energy of being a bit reckless at times, especially with her Neptune in Aquarius over here, her Uranus in Aquarius. So she's also gonna watch the people she surrounds herself with, and her Mars in Aquarius. Now that Mars in Aquarius, remember I was saying earlier when I was channeling how I felt like she may be into like woman or she may like to dibble and dab. That may be that Mars in Aquarius, but in association with all this Sagittarius energy, depending on the mood, she may like to dip her toes or dip her whole body in the lady pond. All right, it is what it is. So let's go back over here to her Chiron and Sagittarius. What's interesting with Sagittarius is that Sagittarius is also, it deals with higher education, higher learning, right? So one way that she heals herself is just by going on her own path, figuring out things, and that's kind of like another Gen Z trope. It's like, figuring out things as you go. Your parents don't have all the answers, your therapist may not have all the answers, you have to figure it out as you go. That's a big situation with her, a big trope with her as well. Her Mars is in Aquarius, so she definitely is very unpredictable. I would definitely venture to say, like, particularly with her music may be very unpredictable at times. She may like to experiment or things like that. Once again, going back to experimenting possibly in the bedroom as well. Aquarius is very unconventional. It deals with unconventional types of situations, things, ways of living your life. Aquarius is ruled by Uranus, so Uranus is associated with friends, acquaintances, social groups, social networks, how one works within groups. It also does deal with unpredictability, inventiveness, seriousness. So she definitely is very serious. Like she has a strong serious side to her, but that's all this like Sagittarius energy. She can be a jokester and a prankster. All right. Her Jupiter is in Aries. She has a lot of fire in her. And her Saturn is in retrograde in Taurus. So interesting. I'm wondering if the father suffered from money issues or if she suffered from money issues growing up for some reason. Saturn does deal with her career, her professional destiny, status in society. She might want to be careful that she doesn't have any money issues, particularly with debt, because Saturn deals with debt. This is retrograde. And Taurus deals with money, all right? How one makes their money and spends their money. So she definitely wants to make sure she's on top of her finances. She's on top of what she's getting paid, what she's earning, her worth and stuff like that. Because she could be easily gypped if she's not careful, and particularly if she doesn't surround herself with the right people. Now, her Saturn in Taurus retrograde would also be in opposition to her moon in Scorpio. Very interesting. So this could be the energy where she may end up doing deals or doing things in terms of her career she doesn't really want to do, or she doesn't feel emotionally invested in or really care about. She may have this kind of dichotomy where she, doesn't care about money, but obviously you need money to not only live, but, in the music industry, you also need it to sustain your career. Remember earlier I was talking about how when I was channeling, like spirit was showing me her in the shower with the faucet over her head, but then the faucet stopped. That's this opposition right here. That's this Saturn retrograde in Taurus in opposition to her moon in Scorpio. So she needs to be mindful of that. Let's see. Let's round this out. Her North Node is in Leo, retrograde as well. So the North Node does deal with one's connection to their life purpose. The North Node also does deal with why one comes into this lifetime. Leo deals with creativity, so she definitely came into this lifetime to be creative. Leo deals with romance, so maybe she came into this lifetime as well to obviously experience romance as well. Leo also does deal with one's purpose in life, so she was meant to come into this lifetime to fulfill her purpose as well, which is, creative, creative, expressing herself, things of this nature. So I don't think she's just going to stay in rap music as well, which I also said. But once again, this is retrograde. So her south node would be in Aquarius. Aquarius is Leo is about the self. Aquarius is about others. Doing for others. Leo's about doing for self. So she struggles actually, to some degree, and this could show up. You know how a lot of artists end up doing stuff, particularly music artists. At some point in their career, it becomes about the people they're making money for, and not necessarily the passion they have for what they actually do. That's right here, this North Node retrograde in Leo, but also in opposition to her Neptune in Aquarius. So she may have trouble speaking up at times, or once again, not surrounding herself with the best people who lift her up. All right. Also, in opposition to her Uranus in Aquarius, once again, that aspect of who you surround yourself with. Also, in opposition to her your Mars in Aquarius, so people controlling her moves and what she does. Wouldn't want to be Ice Spice, especially since she's young and she's still figuring herself out. So we wish Ice Spice the best, honey. Especially in the music industry, it's really important to know yourself. So if anything, in terms of her chart, that's a part of her journey is figuring herself out. But unfortunately, in the music industry, you need to already know yourself going in. So we'll see how things go for Ice Spice, honey. That's her natal chart reading. And we will get to the tarot cards. Let's see what the comments are saying, or if anyone's saying anything. Hi, Kizzy. So she focused on that bag exactly. They def different. They don't give exactly. It's in the eyes. You gotta read between the lines. Lies are getting told. It's in his eyes. Got to read between the lines. Lies are getting old, old. I love that song. I'm gonna listen to that song actually when we are finished. I love that song by Aaliyah. I know I love Aaliyah. I miss her. Oh, your natal Saturn is retrograde too. Yeah, she's definitely unique. Yeah, based on her chart, I'll be interested to see how things go for her. But I don't know. Some things I saw in that chart, child. I don't know. Anyways, let's get into the cards. Thank you all for being here. Make sure you all like the video. It's early in the morning. I know, or late in the evening or night, wherever you are. We have people who watch all over the world. So let's get into the cards. Okay. Oh wait, let me reposition the camera. How's the audio, by the way, you guys? Is the audio clear? I got a new wind protector for my microphone. I don't know if it's helping. It's supposed to help with like the low hissing sound. Or hissing sounds. Thank you for cleansing and clearing the energy of this deck from any past readings. In the name of the Mother, the Daughter, the Father, the Son, the Holy Ghost. Amen, amen, amen. Alright, so Spirit, what can you tell us about Ice Spice? What can you tell us about the future of Ice Spice? Uh-oh. What can you tell us about the future? It's definitely time for some new cards. It's clear. Okay, good. What can you tell us about the future for Ice Spice? Oh, wow, we've only been on for 34 minutes? I thought it was longer than that. We're doing good on time. What can you tell us about the future of Ice Spice Spirit? Ice Spice Spirit, that sounds interesting. Alright, Page of Swords shows up as the first card. Let's go back to her chart. She's a Capricorn sun, but she did have a lot of, I don't know, air energy. Anyways, the Page of Swords would be a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, or Aries person. Or someone with this energy in their chart. This definitely would also be, let's make her picture smaller so we can have more room. This definitely would also be a page is typically someone between the ages of a young child to someone in their early 20s or 30s. So this definitely could be Ice Spice. Um, this also could be Ice Spice in the form of her like being lyrical, using her voice, having things to say, even though it's coming from a young perspective. I get the Two of Cups connected to money, finances, personal belongings. She definitely is about that bag, like someone mentioned in the comment or in the chat section. But once again, she has to be mindful of who she connects with. All money is not good money, right? So yeah, it's good to connect with other people who are about that bag, but at the end of the day, everyone's about their own bag. So when does it become about the art, the passion? So I think she just needs to make sure she toes that line. I do get the Wheel of Fortune connected to thoughts, communication, and the mind, young childhood to young adult years once again. So the Wheel of Fortune definitely could be movement forward. She definitely could be someone that like I feel like she like has things to say. Like I see her using her voice not just in the form of rapping, but like in the form of like literally speaking out or doing speeches or like I don't know if she does like classes or something like that because I could see her doing that with all that Sagittarius energy she had in her chart. Um, but I see her speaking using her voice. All right, we get a Page of Wands, so two people showing up, two young people showing up. This would be someone connected to family, home, and emotions. This would be an Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, or Cancer person. Young person between the ages of, once again, 20 or 30. Or a young child to someone in their 20s or 30s. I get the High Priestess connected to confidence, ego, self-expression. The High Priestess can be a card of pregnancy. Is pregnancy around Ice Spice? The High Priestess could be, once again, a female who is highly intuitive. Definitely a female who is receiving their flowers in some way, shape, or form and has a lot of abundance around them, which she does have that. Next to the High Priestess is the King of Swords, a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, or Virgo male connected to work, job, daily routine. I get the Temperance card. Is Ice Spice in a relationship, y'all? She definitely could be happy in terms of either a relationship. Um, this could be connected to marriage. I don't know if she's necessarily married. This also could be connected to, once again, business partnerships. So right now, I do think she has good like people around her who will help her in terms of like the trajectory of her career. I get the Ten of Cups. This could be family. I'm connected to change, evolution, and growth. I'm wondering, does she want to start her own family? Actually, interesting. All right, let's keep pulling cards. I get the Ace of Wands connected to higher education, higher learning. This could be connected to travel, relocation. Interesting. The Hangman connected to career, professional destiny. Once again, I feel like at some point her career could take a back seat, or a certain facets of her career could take a back seat. Like I don't know why I feel like I don't know if she wants to go back to school or like once again there's like wanting to move in a different direction. But I think a large part of her success right now is the people around her. She has the right people around her right now. All right. The last kind of is the Three of Wands, though. So three is once again a number of open-mindedness, stepping outside one's comfort zones, one's need for freedom. Um, and I think at the end of the day, that's what she should maintain is her sense of freedom. That's what she should maintain is her sense of freedom. I almost want to ask, like, there's so many things that came out in this reading. What's the next question I should ask, Spirit? Give me a good question to ask. Okay, that's a good question. Thank you. So I heard, does she have her head on right to be able to withstand the industry? Now I'm gonna try and word that differently. Um, will Ice Spice be able to? withstand the demands and all that comes with the music industry. And I think we'll end the reading there. Make sure you all like the video. Will Ice Spice be able to handle the demands and all that comes with the music industry? Does she have her head on straight? Ooh, I get the Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords is a card of mental health issues. It can be a card of restlessness, sleep issues. This shows up in her self-image, how other people see her, how she sees herself. So she could have issues with maybe self-image, how she sees herself, or how other people... Oh, crap. Sorry, I set an alarm for 10. Or she could have issues with how other people see her. You know, her being judged by other people. You know, on such a large scale, could you imagine being judged by millions of people? Even, you know, if you're not strong, like I said earlier, it can get to you. So she needs to be careful of that. Alright, she needs to have a strong sense of self. Money issues with being around the wrong people. Four of Swords shows up connected to her finances, her money, her personal sense of, her personal belongings, her personal sense of stability. Four is the number of friends, acquaintances, social groups, social networks. Alright, so she needs to be mindful of the people she surrounds herself with. Oftentimes, artists do really well at the beginning of their career, and then somewhere they have to make changes. Like Lady Gaga, you know, she was with Vincent Herbert. Now she's no longer with him. Six of Wands shows up connected to her thoughts, communication, and the mind. One thing she has is she will fight back. When she's had enough, when enough is enough, she will fight back. So she does have that going for her. She will speak her mind eventually. Alright. I get the Seven of Cups connected to family, home, and emotions. Seven of Cups is a card of secrecy, life behind closed doors, a need for privacy, solitude. It's also a card of, you know, sometimes substance abuse, a need to set boundaries with self and others. So, once again, is there potential issues with family, the mother, motherhood energy in general? Is she, you know, she definitely needs to be mindful of dealing with her emotions in a healthy way. Alright. She does have that moon in Scorpio. Oh, actually, let's go back to that real quick. Let's go, before we get to the next card, which is the Six of Swords, which shows up connected to confidence, ego, self-expression, and romance. Six is a number of one-on-one relationships, business partnerships, how one makes their money and spends their money. Six of Swords is a card of, you know, she does have to be careful of, like, having, and that could be that north node that we were looking at her chart. Let's look at her chart. She has to be careful because this Six of Swords speaks of, like, wait, where did her chart go? Okay. This Six of Swords speaks of her, like, her feeling like she has to carry everyone on her back, or the need to carry everyone on her back, or like there's something about that. And that speaks of her north node retrograde in Leo. Remember, that would make her south node in Aquarius, but her north node retrograde in Leo would be in opposition to Neptune in Aquarius, her Neptune in Aquarius, her Uranus in Aquarius, and her Mars in Aquarius. So she has to be careful of that, like doing for self versus doing for others. So I want to make sure her moon is actually in Scorpio, because I forgot to do a transit. So let's just go like 12 hours ahead and see if the moon changes the day she's born. Because she could be born, or she may not necessarily be a moon in Leo or Scorpio. Alright, so if she's born between the hours of 12 noon up until 11:59 p.m. the day she's born, she's definitely a moon in Scorpio. Let's go 12 hours behind. So yeah, she's definitely a moon in Scorpio. Alright, so I just wanted to make sure and double check. This is why I always recommend you guys to get, like, wait, okay, so what do we do? I was like confused. Are we doing the screen confused me. But yeah, this is why I always recommend you guys to get a birth chart reading and a psychic tarot reading because they often like coincide with one another. The moon card shows up connected to her work, job, daily routine, her health. The moon card, I feel like she could lose passion. There could be like a loss of passion for music, a loss of passion for the music industry. She could get burned out, all right, if she's not careful. I get a King of Wands connected to one-on-one relationships for her. This would be an Aries, Sagittarius, Libra man. This definitely could be an older man or a man with influence or power. It's facing the Five of Cups, though. Five deals with thoughts, communication, the mind, mental health. Five of Cups denotes some sort of emotional aspect as well. Um, Once again, I feel like, whoever this man is, like, he may not be the best influence, to be honest. This could be someone she dates or is, like, in some sort of partnership with. Um, she has to be careful, like I said, of the people she surrounds herself with. I do get a Queen of Pentacles, so this would be a Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, Sagittarius female. This definitely could be her. I feel like the strongest thing Ice Spice has to maintain her like mental health and stuff like that, and her sanity in this industry, is once again to maintain her sense of freedom in all aspects when it comes to music, her career, so on and so forth. She's young, so we'll see how that goes. I do get the Five of Wands connected to her career. There's gonna be some turbulence for Ice Spice. All right, throughout her career trajectory in the industry. All right, there's definitely going to be some turbulence long term. Five of Wands is a card of like behavioral issues. Five of Wands is a card of drama, arguments, fights. So she needs to be mindful of that. That could affect her career, just like it affected Nicki Minaj, for example. But I do get the Knight of Cups facing the Five of Wands. This could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, or Aquarius person. Um, this could be connected to social media or the internet. And the last card is the Knight of Swords. This would be a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, or Pisces person. So, does she have her head on straight? I do think she actually has her head on straight. Does she have her head on straight enough to be able to withstand the industry? I feel like, to be honest with you, the industry could break her down a little bit. Not fully, but enough to get her burnt out, or enough to kind of like change her in some way. She's chill now. She's cool. I don't know if she's always going to be that chill, cool girl moving forward. I hope she is, because that's what I like about her. But the industry can change you. All right? For the good or the bad. Often it's not always for the good. All right? So we'll have to see how things go for Ice Spice. I do really like her nails in this picture, her drip. If you just came in, that's a little side thing for those who were watching earlier. Her drip. I like that jacket. That looks like a Louis Vuitton blouse or jacket or whatever she's got on, child, covering her breasts. Um, and the little Annie hair. I love the little Annie hair. All right, you guys. We're gonna end the reading here. Thank you all so much for listening and watching. I hope you all enjoyed this reading. It is early in the morning. I'm going to go run some errands, make some coffee, and get my day started. I've got some clients to get to as usual. Speaking of which, if you guys want your own personal reading, do not hesitate to reach out. LamarrTownsendTarot.com is where you can reach me. Should we pull a final card for Ice Spice? Let's pull a final card for Ice Spice, you guys. Because I feel like we need to pull a final card. Let's pull a final card for Ice. You're welcome, Whitney. Thank you for being here. What final message does Spirit have for Ice Spice? Alright. Ice Spice got the Six of Emotion card. Interesting. 6 shows up. 6 is a number of money, relationships. It says, memories can fill your heart with many emotions. It's important to remember your past accurately. So there's something with her past. It says it's important to remember your past accurately without seeing it as better or worse than it was. People you used to know may return to your life unexpectedly. Ooh, is that a good thing or a bad thing, Ice Spice? All right, it says people you used to know may return to your life unexpectedly. Children could be an important issue. Remember I mentioned children earlier in the previous spread? Children could be an important issue, or you may need to reconnect with your own inner child. All right, Ice Spice, we're going to be keeping our eye on you, honey. All right. Um, Also interesting to note, children. It made me think of Northwest and how Northwest is, was on TikTok or something like that, dressed up as Ice Spice. So children are also watching her as well. So there's something about that could be important moving forward as well. All right, you guys, I am going to end the reading here. We've been on for darn near an hour. I love you all. I'll see you all in your own personal reading, or I'll talk to you in your own personal reading, or I will see you all in the next video. Either way, I'll see you soon. Love and light. God bless. Psychic with a T, the psychic with the T, that's me. That's me. The one with the T, the one with the T, that's me. That's me. When the planets align, spirit speaks on time, that's me. That's me. When the planets align, spirit speaks on time, that's me. That's me. When the trolls be gone, candle work be strong, that's me. That's me. When the trolls be gone, candle work be strong, that's me. That's me. I don't care what the others say. Let's channel some energy today. I don't care what the others say. Let's channel some energy today. Capricorn, Virgo, Libra strong. This tarot card reading about to be long. Capricorn, Virgo, Libra strong. This tarot card reading about to be long. Psychic with a T, the psychic with the T, that's me. That's me. The one with the T, the one with the T, that's me. That's me. When the planets align, spirit speaks on time, that's me. That's me. When the planets align, spirit speaks on time, that's me. That's me. When the trolls be gone, candle work be strong, that's me. That's me. When the trolls be gone, candle work be strong, that's me. That's me.